I've been thinking about a project for a good while, so I'm going to show it. A tool I'm going to make for my mini lathe, and it's for mostly small lathes. And I'll start off with what I need. I have some metal, and everything here I've had, so it doesn't cost me anything. This is a 1/4 inch thick, and it's 2.5 by 4 inches. That's going to be a base for it. Then this piece of strapping is 1.5 inches by 6 by 1/8. And as I said, this is all stuff I had. I just had to cut this. And this is going to be here. And a spring clamp from Harbor Freight. This was like 99 cents. A piece of felt. You really don't need it, but I'm going to use it. And a glue gun. First, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to clean all these edges and round them, make them nice, clean off the metal because I'm going to want to paint it. And this one the same way, clean it all, get this. This is going to be down, so this top I want to round a little bit, make it look better. And I'll get that done and then come back and show how I'm going to put it together. I have my project done, and you can see I painted it up. I put felt on the bottom. It'd probably been better if I'd have put some magnets to hold it on. I'll be using it here a lot. And you can see I have this clamp I got from Harbor Freight. These rubber parts just pull right off. So I cleaned the metal off the sides and I tack welded it on. And I'll keep this for extra. And you say, what's it for? How many times on these mini lathes, you got a little piece of metal, you want to see what size it is, you're going like this, trying to hold it and get a good feel on it and everything. Well, you can go like this. Now, you can do it with one, your two hands. You don't need a third hand to help hold it. Put it in there and you can mic it, or you can do it the other way. Put your rod up here, or your part that you want to see what size it is, because a lot of times I'll get a piece of stock out to make something and I got to know what size it is. You can go like this and read it, but I kind of like it this way, because this way, you could say, why don't you just put that in a vise? I have soft jaws, I could, but the vise is on the other side of the shop, so I got to go over there every time I want to make something, where I have other mics I can use right at the lathe. And I can just leave this set right here. This mic, they call them a pair of mics. I don't know why. There's not two, there's just one. But anyway, I'm going to use this mic to just, get my idea of what size it is, if it's something I can use. And I have this where I can read it real good, because what I did, if you look at this, I leaned this, it's not perfectly straight. I leaned that back just a hair. And so the numbers are straight on and I can see them real good. Just put it up there and mic it. Then while this paint was drying, and this is my favorite paint, I always talk about that epoxy paint. I get it to Auto Parts. Love this stuff. I use it a lot. And while this paint was drying, I have another problem over at my sink, and I thought, I'm going to fix that once and for all. Let me take the camera over there and show you about it. I like to keep my sink clean, all up around here and everything. The soap lays right there, and it's always gunky there under there. I always got to wash it. I got one of those soap holders that has suction cups. I put it on here. Every time I come out the next day, it's laying in the sink. It won't stick. I looked and looked. I wanted one you could just hang on here. I can't find one. And I know they have them. And I looked and looked, couldn't find one. So I said, well, why don't I do like everything else? Make one. So I go to the dollar store, and they have these white coat hangers. They're wire. And you get 10 of them for $1. So I used about 5 of them making this thing. And what I come up with is, it looks a little crude. As long as it works, I don't care. I made my own soap holder. And I bent the wire and used hot glue to put it all together. And I have it so I can slip it right down over here. slide it down where I want it. There. Now I can put my bar of soap, and you notice I have the name down so that you'll never guess what kind of soap this is. I put the name down because of infringements on copyrights. This is my soap. I homemade it. No, I didn't make it. Can't show the name. Look real quick. You can pause it and see. You can see what kind it is. Here we go. I should have used this one. You'll never see the name of it. Oh, that's funny. Oh my God, can't show the name of it. So I can easily take this thing when it gets all gunky and put it down in there and clean it. But it works great. The soap will drain. I'm so sick of cleaning that thing up there. When I clean it, then I clean over here. Then I clean the faucet. You know, I like to keep it nice. And I'm so sick of that soap laying there. So there's another problem solved. No, I won't put the name of the soap in the credits or anything, or down below. I'm not allowed. Have a good day.